Ooh, super hot. Boy, do we have a special one today. So we have a sauce from Hurtberry Farm. As you know, I have featured Hurtberry Farms on my channel many a time. Some of the most complex and most thought out sauces on the planet. And also apparently some of the most hard pronounced sauces on the planet. So, this is petrichor? Petrichor, I think that's how you pronounce it. Petrichor. And it's basically, it's the aroma of the earth after a rain. So it's that smell that comes up after a rain. You know what I'm talking about. So apparently that is the aroma, okay? That is where the sauce has been named after. And I think it's super cool because we're talking about mushrooms in this sauce here. We're talking about some cool things about mushrooms in this. So there's so many things happening. But I digress. I will get into it. First, I'm going to talk about the description on it. And this is going to be a ripping hot sauce, by the way. So, all right. Petrichor is an elusive aroma that emanates from the earth after much awaited rain. There you go. During our hot and dry season at Hurtberry Farm, we collaborated with their friends at wildcaught.canada to bring you a selection of Ontario foraged mushrooms that materialize in the boreal forests after a much anticipated rainfall. If you appreciate the complex flavors, textures, and aromas of gourmet mushrooms, this limited edition sauce is the experience you have been waiting for. Blended with locally conscious produce and Hurtberry Farm grown super hot chilies, this hot sauce will awaken all of your senses and anything you pair with it. I love mushrooms. They have a lot of cool ones in here. So I'm expecting this to be a very complex sauce. I'm expecting it to have an unbelievable amount of ingredients because that's what Hurtberry does. And there's some cool. There's one particularly cool mushroom in here that they reiterated to me, and I looked into it a little bit, and it's very, very cool because this mushroom is like super high in antioxidants. It's good for you. Having a hot sauce that focuses on like wellness simultaneously is just like something that's very important to me, and just so amazing to see that has been like the care has been taken into it. So, anyways, I'm gonna get into the ingredients, and then we're gonna talk about one of the ingredients in this in particular. I have not read the ingredients in this, but I'm told it's quite hot. So we'll see. Okay. Ingredients. White vinegar, water, sugar, which is organic cane sugar. Interesting is sugars are the number 3 ingredient here, so this is going to have some like sweetness to it, which is going to be interesting because there's going to be a lot of mushrooms in this. There's going to be a lot of like savory and like umami situations happening. Fresh yellow onions, apple cider vinegar, fresh garlic, Carolina Reapers, smoked serrano chilies, fresh carrots, fresh celery, shiitake. All right, here we're getting into the mushroom blend. Okay, so we got shiitake mushrooms, cremini mushrooms, chipotle chilies, kosher salt, Trinidad scorpion chilies, ghost peppers, habaneros, fresh English thyme, fresh tarragon, fresh sage, lion's mane mushrooms, morel mushroom, I love morels, porcini mushrooms, black trumpet mushrooms, and chaga mushroom. Chaga is the last ingredient. It's a non-toxic fungus typically found on birch trees. The exterior looks like burnt charcoal, so it's like this super black looking. See, look at this is what it looks like. I literally have the website pulled up. There we go. Like, oh god. So that's what this freaking mushroom looks like. Crazy looking. It's got massive amounts of antioxidants and nutrients. Just. All right. So you talk about flavor profile of this. It's got an earthy flavor with slight bitterness. It also contains a naturally occurring form of vanillin, which is the same thing found in the vanilla bean. Interesting. So. So they blended this sauce and then they added like a powdered form of the chaga after to add more like mouthfeel and also that like earthy umami bitterness simultaneously. So this is like the intent. I talk about this a lot, like the personality of a sauce maker, and personality of the sauce is something that Hurtberry does so well, specifically because the thought that goes into each sauce is so intentional, where you have a thinner sauce, like I'm talking about, like their charred threads, which is like a thinner sauce, but it's got this like sticky quality to it, like a sugary situation, but it's not too sugary, but sugary situation. You have something like Starless, which is extremely thick. And so they made this, which is a blended sauce, but they add this mushroom in a powder form in the back end for mouthfeel, for that umami situation. Like, it's intentional, it's thought about. And so, like, everything you're experiencing with any of their sauces is going to be like unbelievably intentional, and I love that aspect so much. Okay, so they're calling this a smoky foraged mushroom hot sauce. I love that concept and name so much. I'm so excited. All right, it's probably gonna be ripping hot. man, this is so complex. Oh my God. Okay. Very savory, very earthy. I'm getting the garlic. How up there is the garlic? Yellow onions. Fresh garlic is number like 5, 6 down there. The garlic is kind of... It smells so amazing. Okay, the garlic is what's kind of shining for me in the aroma. Very earthy, very kind of like garlicky forward. It's kind of sweet. I'd say this is a medium to full-bodied sauce. I just love, but it pours. I love the fact that it pours, and it pours on my table. I don't like that. Like most of her berry sauces or well-made sauces, there's just so much going on in the sauce. Still pours, but there's just like the amount of, you can like see like pieces of mushroom floating in. I'm assuming that's a chaga that's floating in it. With black specks from the roasted serranos, maybe some garlic. Just so much happening in this. Okay, people. Cheers. Ooh, super hot. Ooh. Insanely complex sauce. Wow. Uber savory, uber umami vibes happening. It's got a beautiful mouthfeel to this sauce. This is a very hard sauce to kind of like, to figure out, because you're going to be getting this like, oh my God. This is a hot one, and I love that. Okay, this is so hard because there's so many ingredients and it's such a complex sauce that it's not going to be like, I'm picking up this, I'm picking up that. Like, it's all going to be blending together into one, like, experience almost. It's like, it's an experience, not, like, I'm not picking up one individual flavor. Like, I'm getting the garlic, I'm getting the savoriness, I'm getting this, like, little bit of umami situation happening. The first thing that gets to me, not gets to me, the first note that I'm picking up, I get this like mature, like slight tang from the vinegar and the garlic, and then like that sharpness that you get with garlic. You know, like that's the first like experience you get in your tongue, and then you get this like amazing like mouthfeel from it. I just want to do a little bit more of this. See if I can try to pick out like a couple other kind of flavors. I feel like this is a sauce that the more you taste it, the more you're gonna pick up things. Oh my God. So there's like a smoky quality to it. Like a roasty, smoky situation happening. This is wonderful. I would say that this is going to go with big beefy cuts. I would say that this would go well. This sounds weird. It's going to go really well with mashed potatoes or any sort of potato or anything like any of the tubers. It's going to go really good with tubers. Man, I could even, I'm trying to think here. You could make a pasta situation with some like super roasty garlic and then have this like big rich tomato bolognese scenario and add this to it. Make this big pasta situation going on. Anything with some char going on, man, you could use this, like, I'm thinking, like, you could go freaking shepherd's pie with this. That sounds weird, but you could go, like, shepherd's pie with this. You could go so many different ways with this. But at the same time, like, this is a big, bold flavor, so I feel like the food that you're going to want to pair this with is going to have big, bold flavors simultaneously. Geez, this is a special sauce. This is something wonderful. Wow. Okay. So there's a lot of super hot peppers in here. I'm not getting the flavor of super hots, which is something that I love so much. It's got all that heat. I'm getting the heat from Reapers. I'm getting the heat, like the habanero-y kind of heat. I'm getting this like deep, throbbing, like burn on the inside in a wonderful way, the kind of way that I love it. That's very, very indicative of super hot burn. Just wonderful on that. But it plays second to the flavor though, because like they say a lot, flavor first, heat second, always and forever. Like heat's always appreciated, of course, because I mean, we all love heat, but you got to have the flavor, and this is jam-packed with flavor, jam-packed with complexity. I'm having a hard time like explaining the flavor profile of the sauce. Like I hope I'm doing this justice, because this is a tough one for me. This is like it's so complex that it's hard to kind of pick one thing out. But I'm hoping I'm explaining myself enough to kind of enlighten you guys to my experience here, because this is a very, very special sauce. And I think the name of the sauce and the vibe of the sauce it comes across very well. I just foresee myself like I just want to be like sitting around a campfire eating food with this sauce on it. If that makes any sense. It sounds really weird for a hot sauce experience, but it's a warming sauce. You know what I'm saying? If that makes any sense. It's got the same kind of vibes as like a huge ABV stout, where like you're drinking it in the winter and it's warming from the inside. Like this sauce has those kind of vibes, you know? It's a cool sauce. Okay. 2 links. There's going to be Old Agnes, and there's going to be Hurtberry. So you can get this directly from Hurtberry in Canada. You can get this also directly from Old Agnes here in the United States, where I am at. Thank you very much to the fine people over Hurtberry for sending this over. Like, this is another very, very special sauce. Regardless, I hope you guys enjoy. I'll see you guys on the next.
Hey, this is Brian Ames. Please click the subscribe button that you see right there, and you'll subscribe to my videos. From now on, I'm going to be eating a lot of peppers. It's going to, oh man, it's going to be great. Bye.